Do these faces look evil to you? They aren't pointing a gun to someone's head. They are smiling, playing with animals, and laughing with friends. Unlike Schindler's List and The Pianist, Jonathan Glazer's The Zone of Interest hides the atrocities of the Holocaust, teaching us that evil doesn't commit violent acts nor wears a monstrous face. It shows us that the most evil people can hide amongst ordinary people like us, people that eat, sleep, and laugh. The film opens with a 2-minute-long black screen, symbolizing how evil lurks in darkness, quietly existing within the mundane routines of everyday life, even as the atrocities of the Holocaust unfold alongside them. The film uses natural lighting, static shots, and minimal sound design, creating a documentary-like realism. In this scene where Rudolph locks the doors, there is zero camera movement, and the only light source comes from the overhead chandelier. We only hear the footsteps and clanging of keys, which are sounds made from the characters' actions, and no dramatic sound or diegetic music is added. These elements give the film a documentary-like realism which makes the family's activities feel mundane and normal. We also hear off-screen gunshots and horrifying screams, suggesting the suffering and death of Jewish prisoners, highlighting the atrocities of the Holocaust. It underscores how perpetrators of evil like Rudolph can go about their daily routines with a horrifying disconnect from the pain and suffering they inflict on others. Thus, the contrast between everyday normalcy and the atrocities highlights that evil does not announce itself with monstrous faces and acts of grandeur, but instead lurks in the dark, hidden in plain sight. The film also portrays evil as a systematic and bureaucratic process, not as a result of hatred. In this scene, the Nazi officers are coordinating the transportation of Jewish prisoners and discuss about train schedules, routes, and increased prisoner capacity. They take a calculated and methodical approach, discussing about the logistics of the Holocaust. This strips the Jewish prisoners of their humanity, reducing them to mere numbers and treating them like stockpile to be systematically managed in a production line. During their discussion, they also maintain a neutral and emotionless expression, remaining calm, not expressing any form of hatred or malice towards Jews. This portrays a sense of cold professionalism, where they view the Holocaust as just a basic, bureaucratic administrative task, reinforcing the idea that evil can be systematic and bureaucratic, detached from any personal emotion. Towards the end, we learn that no matter how hard one tries to ignore and suppress their evil actions, the consequences inevitably manifest. Throughout the film, Rudolph leads a normal family life, while the atrocities of the concentration camp happen right next to his home, showing how he ignores the evil atrocities of the Holocaust. However, his body acknowledges these atrocities and starts to break down. In this scene, Rudolph goes for a medical checkup, where the doctor asks about his bowel movements.
Wie häufig haben Sie Stuhlgang am Tag? 2-mal am Tag. Wasser lassen?
Signifying that he is experiencing stomach issues. This is significant because stress often results in stomach issues such as constipation and indigestion, signifying that his body is reacting to the stress due to the suppressed guilt from killing the Jews. His deteriorating health is further represented through his descent down the stairs. Here, as he walks down the staircase, we see low lighting and strong contrasting shadows, which represent his descent into darkness, literally and metaphorically. His descent down the stairs represents his deteriorating health, while the darkness that surrounds him symbolizes the dark moral abyss he has fallen into, reflecting that he is consumed by the evil that he has committed. In the end, Rudolph's body becomes a site for which the consequences of his evil actions eventually manifest in the form of deteriorating health. 80 years after the fall of Nazi Germany, a democratically elected Jewish leader is accused of leading a Nazi state. The film's portrayal of evil extends to today's political landscape, where political leaders hide evil not through everyday household routines, but through routinely manipulating facts to justify wars and making bureaucratic decisions to inflict violence. Putin's claims to denazify Ukraine echoes the chilling detachment of the Nazi officers, devoid of any empathy for human suffering. While these leaders present a polished facade, their actions reveal a chilling disregard for human life, reducing individuals to mere pawns in the pursuit of power. They remain unscathed while waging wars that destroys thousands of lives, but their hands will forever be stained with the blood of the consequences of their actions.